This is the Arise Exchange. And one of the biggest news coming up early in the new year is the formal takeoff of the Ethiopia Securities Exchange. The capital market regulator, however, has been busy with the exchange in preparing the financial system. However, the whole conversation around debts across the African continent is being taken the front and the center stage. So far this week under the EFDB's group, the Debt Management for Africa's Forum. And that's where Nigeria's Debt Management Office Director General Patience Oniha spoke today. Why Africa's quest to float its own credit rating agency has to meet the international standards of the existing agencies, such as the S&P Global, Moody's ratings, as well as Fitch. Let's take a listen to her.
So Nigeria is rated by the three international credit rating agencies. And why is it good for a country to be rated? Just permit me for those basics. Well, I think the first thing, it helps you to benchmark yourself. Who can we compare you with? Then secondly, for a country that is aspirational, it then tells you, okay, you can include it in your plan. In 2 years' time, I want to move from B to double B or something. So it's something aspirational as well for governments. For us in Nigeria, and I think this is the case for other countries, when the sovereign is rated, it then becomes easy for the entities in the sovereign to be rated. In our own case, we have a large and thriving private sector that is active in the domestic market and the international markets. So they can be rated also by those three institutions and be able to access credit. So not just the banking sector. In the case of Nigeria, we also have telecoms and we have oil. So it's good for government, it's good for the private sector, and overall, I believe good for the citizens. So let me go straight to, so it's something we do and intend to continue doing. Moody's came last, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, but we always had Fitch and S&P with us. So working with Moody's was another learning experience, and I'll make some comment there as well. The rating process, let me say, while we may say there's a bias, whether proven, and Professor Rama gave some indications yesterday, it's very intense in terms of the information they gather and the analysis they do. It's almost like you have to stop work to attend to them, to present your best foot forward, like I would say. After the global financial crisis, obviously we know that the rating agencies received some bashing because many of the financial institutions they had rated and rated AAA. Some of you will remember Lehman Brothers and Co. I mean, some crashed, some had challenges, had to get some bailouts. So it was like, if you were rating all these big institutions and giving them those high ratings, how come? They crashed with just one incident. That was the financial crisis. So their own regulations were changed. So now they must do a review twice each year, either physically or virtually. They must review a country every year. And then one out of those 2 visits, they then announce a change, whether a downgrade or an improvement. So that's the process. So even they have undergone some reviews since the global financial meltdown. So, but where is the challenge with the rating agency? So I think they do a very thorough job. But my first point from working with them is that the feedback mechanism, after they've written that report, after the wise men have gone into the dark room, as it were, to prepare that report, the feedback mechanism from the institution or country being rated is very short and limited. And I'm speaking to specific examples that we've had. So when they prepare their reports, meaning they put together everything they've received from, God knows, maybe 100 institutions, including the IMF and the World Bank in your country, they speak to them as well. If you are very lucky, they give you maximum of 24 hours to respond.